We've had quite an interesting interactive sessions. So without spending too much time on this slide, just a very quick recap. So we're looking back as a lion. So what have we been doing so far? Our contemplation of Manduka Upanishad has been going on for about 5 weeks. So we started off with Harihi Om iti etad aksharam idang sarvam tasya upavyakyanam bhutabhavat bhavishyaditi sarvam omkara eva yachanya trikalatitam tadapi omkara eva sarvam hi etad brahma ayamatma brahma so ayamatma chatushpat. So this is where we stopped about fortnight ago, and we're going to catch from where we left. So quick whiz around the contemplation of Om. The first one and a half, the first one verse and the first line of the second verse, we understood that this Omkara is nothing but the name of the Supreme. He is also called Akshara. This Omkara is nothing but which tells us about the Supreme who has infinite auspicious attributes. He has no defects. He is Jnananandamaya. He is omniscient. He is omnipotent. This Omkara Bhagavan is the one who creates this universe. He maintains the universe and he destroys the universe. This Omkara is also called Sarvaha in the Upanishads and in the Vedas. Sarvaha actually means omnipresent. He is omnipresent in everything at all times in all places, and that is why the same Sarvaha is also called Brahma. And he can be known, such a Brahman can be known only through the Vedas and the related scriptures. And again, the Omkara gives us a hint about that. And it also gives you an overview of what is the concept of God as per Sanatana Dharma. And when we said Sarvam hi etad Brahma, Ayamatma Brahma, so Ayamatma Chatushpad. So that is where we left. I am Atma Chatushpad, and 2 weeks ago we had some discussions about who is this Atma of the Upanishads. Yeah, let's not forget this is an Upanishad where Varuna is actually looking inside, and he is looking at this supreme being who is next to him, and he is celebrating him with various adjectives. He's saying Omkara, he or your Akshara, your Sarvaha, your Brahma, and then he then celebrates him as Atma. So there is your very simple evidence to show that the Atma that Varuna is referring to here is the Paramatma, yeah, the chap who is very next to him. I am Atma Brahma. So then he describes this Atma has got four aspects. So he's saying, you Paramatma, in four aspects, you're controlling my transactions in this life here and beyond. Yeah. So for that, who that Atman is, the evidence one is the Prakarana here, the context here where Varuna is looking inside and looking at Brahman. But the definition of who the Atma is of the Upanishads, we discussed this last time, but just to very briefly look at it again, the key verses are in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Yeah, Antaryami Brahmanam. Antaryami Brahmanam is the final proof or the nail in the head to prove that Atman of the Upanishads is Paramatman. It is not the Jivatman, and the Jivatman is not Paramatman. That is flawed philosophy, and our progress towards spirituality will be greatly affected if we misinterpret the Upanishads. The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad very clearly says Antaryami. Yeah. Ya Atmani Tishtan Atmana Antaro Yamayati Yeshate Atma Antaryami. Yeah, very clear. This Atma is my Antaryami, is what the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says. And again, I want to remind all of us that our evidence of who the Atma is, who the Jivatma is, who the Paramatma is, comes from the Vedas, and Upanishads is part of the Vedas. Our evidence base comes from the Vedas. We cannot conjure our own hypothesis and come up with fancy philosophies. We have to go back to the evidence base. What is the evidence? The evidence is this Atman is the Antaryami, and that Antaryami is the Paramatman. HinduKnowledgeAcademy.com will celebrate Vedic culture and present its philosophies to the modern Hindu in an accessible format. Our ancient heritage is our greatest strength. Through preservation and dissemination, together let us spread positivity in the world. Thank you for listening and welcome to Hindu Knowledge Academy.